Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Float Fishing series. Today, I started off fishing a little bit here at Mosquito. There was an eyed spot that showed up, and I figured I'd give it a try overnight. Didn't really get much except for a decent bream there. Didn't really miss much there, but wanted to go ahead and show that I did catch a couple of fish between episodes. So the spot was on VK, and it's right over here next to the boat, casting out 10 meters. So nothing major there using pea porridge, but it was worth a try. Today's plan is I want to go over to Winding and see if we can't get some more dace. There's another spot that's been showing up here recently, so we'll give it a try and see what we can get from there. And it's obviously just a let's grind up some silver type day. So do I have any? And I probably should have checked at yeah, I should have checked over at wherever we just were. My brain is shutting off on me. I should have checked over at Mosquito for grasshoppers because they only have the big one here. I'm going back over to Mosquito real quick. We're not going to use grasshoppers for the days, but we will throw out our bottom rods to try and get some chub while we fish for days. So let's see if we got grasshoppers here for a reasonable price. Not really. So what do I have that could work for them? Mayfly larva will work. So we got what we need there. So a little bit of a weird start here today, but it is what it is. So 17 centimeters down at 120, 120 by the campsite. Or I guess up by the campsite. I always think the campsite's south. I don't know why, but I always do. Maybe it's because the river's running that direction, and I'm used to rivers that run north-south, not south-north. But it is kind of a weird bend and winding. It's more of a west-east river, which I live right off. Well, not right off, but within 5-10 miles of a east-west river. All right, so I want to use size 12 hook with mayfly larva. And let's go for a, I don't know, 20-meter clip and see where that lands. Right where I wanted it to. And we'll do the same here, 12-meter clip, or 12, size 12 hook with mayfly larva. You know what, I'm going to try dung beetle on this one just to see if there's any difference. Also with the 20-meter clip and right next to the log there, perfect. And then on this one, I want to go to a 19 hook with casters. We only have 18 casters. Probably should have bought some more there. And I forgot to change my depth, didn't I? Yep. They say how far out they were casting. Not really. They were casting a long way. So this is another VK post. And they do have a screenshot. A lot of times they'll say I cast 60% or 80% or 120% or whatever. This person did not post that. So we'll let this float. It is a little bit early. We'll let this float to the end here and then pick it up and cast it out a little bit further. Basically as far as we can. That was interesting. Got a chub. And evidently had a fish caught on something else that got away. Just saw that message in chat. I don't even know which rod, whether it was this one or the other bottom rod. And common roach there, small one. There's an 82-gram Dace. .42-gram, not quite a marker. There's a trophy bleak. 116 gram. Nice fish. Not what I expected, but a nice fish. Another bleak. I did not check the cafe, so I don't know if there are any orders out there. It's either a big dace or a roach. I think it's a roach. It's a big dace. Nice. Ah, missed it. And there wasn't a fish over here anyway. That's frustrating. And to be clear, I'm not expecting a lot off the bottom rods. They're just bonus silver. Especially since I don't have grasshoppers. Another small dace. Ah, missed it. And you could do this with multiple float rods. I could do this. The bolo rod would probably be too deep because it would be about 30, 40 centimeters, and here I'm 18. You definitely could have two telescopic rods out. The downside is when the bite happens, the bite happens. You need to be pretty quick. And that's why I decided to only use one. That's a late rough. Another Dace. So far, might not be the best silver day. Definitely pretty good experience. We do have the one trophy bleak, so it's not going to be a horrible day because we got a trophy. Ah. Ooh, come on, big money. No whammies. No whammies. That was a whammy. Dang it. I felt like it was going to be a bigger fish than it was. Another 44-gram Dace. Marker chub. Not worth a lot of XP, but we'll take it. We're about 19 minutes in. Probably about 14 minutes of actual fishing because we switched back and forth between mosquito and here a little bit at the start. Another Dace, but a non-marker. And we got 13 fish, if I'm reading that correctly. So, not the best. But we got a trophy, so it's a decent day. Another bleak. And honestly, these types of days put very little wear on my equipment, which is good since we're trying to just grind some silver up. To get some bigger, better. Ooh, speaking of bigger, better. 159 gram Dace. Ah, how big is a trophy? The one they caught was 250. But that's a nice Dace. Dace, a nice Dace. Love to get 2 trophies in one day. We haven't done that yet. And especially 2 different species. That'd be fun. Another good Dace. 400 XP. Another good one. This one's a little bit smaller, I think. Nope, it's bigger. 487 XP, 49.2% on the float fishing. Missed that one. So I am glad I'm using my fluorocarbon line rod here. I am glad I am using the thinner float. Both of those make sense for this fish. Trophy Dace comes in at 250 grams, so still got a ways to go from the one we caught. That's a small roach. Not what I want. Missed that one. Might have been early. I'm not sure that was really a bite. I think Lady Purgatory is a high level. I'm pretty sure I see that person uh, fishing and getting records all the time. So they're probably here doing the same thing we are. Small little chub there, not even a marker. Well, I thought I saw a nibble right as I was picking this rod up, but I guess not. Or it was just a nibble and immediately gave up. Smaller one. Yep. I think this is my last caster. We may have one more. Good fish. 71 gram bleak. 49.3%. That was my last one. And if the bleak are biting, I'm going to toss out a fly and see what happens. Almost missed that one. Small bleak. Another Dace. Got a qualification for catching multiple fish on insects there. Again, I'm not really targeting qualifications or anything like that. I'm not you have to 100% a game or that type of thing. Qualifications are nice, but for me, it's more catching fish. I don't have to catch fish using 50 different baits or whatever. That doesn't mean anything to me. I don't get excited over that. But I know there are people who do, so I'm not surprised it's in the game. To a degree, closing out the trophies is an interest. It's not necessarily something that I'm not going to leave mosquito. Oh, caught this fish right as I was picking up to recast. I'm not going to leave a body of water until I catch all the trophies, because A, that's almost impossible. A lot of especially at these early lakes, water bodies, since this is river, A lot of them require special baits or techniques that you just can't get them at a lower level. You know, I'm not going to catch an ass. Well, I'm not going to say I'm not going to catch an ass because I could, but I'm unlikely to catch a trophy asp float fishing. Another good Dace 512 XP. Interesting that I got pretty decent bleak on bait that's usually good for Dace, and I'm getting pretty decent Dace on bait that's pretty good for bleak this time. I am using a little bit bigger hook than I should for bleaks, but since I caught a trophy on it, figured I'd give it a try. I may drop down to 20 for a little bit. Watching rod 3. Another good bleak. Hide. $27 fish in 32, 33 minutes. We'll say 30 minutes of fishing. I missed it. That was not really where I wanted to cast. I wanted to cast a little bit more upstream. I'll let it float. Another good one. 90 gram. Turned a little bit too quick there and ended up pulling on the float for a second. Roach. Looks like another good one. 92-gram bleak. Kind of hope there's a bleak order at the cafe. Another good bleak. Come on, fishy fish. I'm trying to decide what I want to do through the evening hours. I may throw worm out and just see if we get rough or mussels or um, crawfish, crayfish, whatever. Small dace. Not quite a marker. I turned at the wrong time. This is a decent fish. Decent little chubby. Let's see what happens if we put a 20 with worm on this one and cast it out. I don't know, 15. On this one, I'm gonna guess that fish got away message was actually on this rod, and there's just no bait technically on that rod since it did nothing all day. A 24 hook with worm on this one. Okay, cast it out a little further for now. So with the bottom rods, I'm hoping for mussels or rough or crayfish. With this rod, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Being completely honest there. I may switch over to a bolo rod. Well, I don't have a third reel for it. Do I? Yeah, I do. My brain's talking to myself as I play. Yeah, let's take the 19 off. Switch over to our fancy bolo. I do have a reel for it. Good. Couldn't remember. Put the 19 back on. Let's put worm on it. Let's go down, I don't know. There's a crayfish. 30 types of fish and 75 fish. So it's the first freshwater crayfish we've caught. More than likely you'll hear me call them crawfish, but nice marker gudgeon. That gudgeon made what I was thinking already doing with the bolo rod more in line with what I wanted. So I was hoping for a gudgeon or mussels or something like that. Non-marker rough. Got another Dace. Okay. Another non-marker rough. Oops. Since we're going after potentially smaller fish, switching to the lighter weight quiver tips makes sense. Marker roach. Even if I'm not holding the bowler rod in my hand, I'm keeping an eye on the float, obviously. You saw me switch over and grab a fish real quick. And really, all you have to do to catch the fish, you can right click and lift up, or I like to just turn upstream, and then you let the river itself help you hook the fish. Tiny rough. Shadow Horse just got himself a trophy rough. 68-gram crayfish. There's a fish on there. I thought it was stuck. 37-gram rough. 15 types of fish fall bolo or match fishing. Another crayfish. Burbot? Yeah, burbot. All right, I gotta mute for just 1 second. And I'm back. Sorry about that. Heard someone walking through my front yard, and my neighbor, his dog got out and he was Growling her. Marker rough. Don't think I missed anything. Just kind of keeping an eye on things while I was doing that. Had my headphones on, didn't hear the bottom rods at least go off. And I could see the bowler rod, and I don't think I saw bite that I missed on it. Another marker rough. That was weird. That's why it was weird. I think there's a fish on. Yeah. The fish on here, though, that's why it hasn't done anything in a while. It's a tiny thing. Since we're seeing a good amount of rough, and I'm seeing a good amount of rough in chat, and I saw the trophy rough earlier, I switched over to red worm to see what we can get. You look at VK and translate it to English. I'm an English speaker. I don't speak Russian. Ooh, we just got 45. I do not speak Russian at all. If you do translate to English, you will usually see red worms show up as dung worms on VK. Chub. Did switch that one. Yeah, size 20 hook. Wrong button. Probably not a rough. If it is, I'm going to be a very happy Tucker. Looks like a bream. Yep. We're about 55 minutes in. We'll go for at least a little bit longer here. Might be too late for that fish. It was. Non-marker rough. All right, we're gonna do one last cast with this guy. Let it float for a little bit, and then wrap it up here. We're 58 minutes in anyway, so that lines up. Keep dragging the ground here a little bit. Now I got into a bit of a deeper spot. I hit the wrong button and wasn't paying attention. That tells me I need to stop. Small bream. So we did get 56 fish today. We got the trophy bleak. Got 57 fish because I didn't even see that gudgeon. It was so small. Even when I was pulling it in, I didn't see that fish on. I was surprised when the you caught a fish screen popped up. Get on the path, run back to town. Probably a little bit light on the silver. I'm gonna say before any cafe orders, 65, 70 silver. We shall see, though. We did get the bleak trophy, so it was a good day. Even if we already had a bleak trophy here, I think we did. I don't know for sure. Lady Purgatory just caught a freshwater crayfish down where we just were. So 79 silver, I wasn't too far off on my guess there. The bleak was 10 silver. The dates are actually worth more than I thought they would be. That might be something to try again. As far as the cafe goes, one short there. No perch. 2 44-gram rough. We got that. Boom. No zebra mussels. 5 20-gram bleak Was there another bleak order? There is not. So this is still worth it. Gudgeon, we got 2 of. Crayfish, we didn't get a big one. Chub, we only got 1 big one of. No pike, no donuts rough. So not too bad. So from the cafe, we got 13, 22, 32, 33 silver. And 73 left here, so that's 106, 107 silver. Not a horrible day, honestly. But appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. We'll see what I do then. Sooner or later, I'm gonna have to go to Bear and just see if we can survive and have some fun there with our small equipment. And if we lose stuff, we lose stuff. That may be this weekend though, before I feel up to that. But I do appreciate everyone watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Hope y'all have good type lines, and we'll see you then. Bye bye now.